boo. So there's a reflection. Oh, it's coming off the rear window, sorry. So we're missing a cow. I noticed a heifer, I understand. We're missing a heifer, and it's Tessie. And I figured out what's going on. So the cows are hardly ever separate. Like, Tessie's never away from Fred, Fred's never away from June, June's never away from Tessie. They're always together. We've only got 3. And they're always together. They're always in a pond together. They're always grazing together, whatever. Every night, about 9:30 or 10 o'clock, all 3 of them make their way. We know this because we've got cameras. All 3 of them make their way up to the very front gate and scratch on a cedar tree that is the front camera, believe it or not. They literally scratch on that camera. And it's kind of funny, but tonight I only saw 2. I saw Junebug and I saw Fred. I don't have video of it. I didn't think much of it. I didn't hit record. These cameras back up to a SD card, but I didn't save it. I didn't think anything of it. Well, about 30 minutes later, saw them again up there. Because when they go up there, they set off the camera. And I thought, where in the world's that other cow? So I started checking the other cameras, and this footage right here is what we found. Now at this point, it's been almost an hour and a half, and we're closing in on midnight. I'm almost there. And sorry, this is like the most awkward vlog I think I've done in a very long time, but that's the only light I got. But hang on. Yeah, it's a little better. I found Tessie on the other camera, and she's got herself trapped inside of a wire that's not hot around the cabin. The problem is the wire's only like, it's only enclosing like half an acre, if that. And there's a big there's a big 16 by 44 cabin in the middle of it. She's up next against the alpacas, and she's actually kind of making them nervous. I can see one of them running around out in front of her. It's very, very dark, very hard to see. That is the extent of that camera's reach, though. There's no way to get a better angle. But anyway, I'm almost there. I'm on my road, and we'll see what's going on. But the reason we can't leave her in there, it's only a half acre. Like I said, the cabin's in the middle of it. There's also no water. There's no food. There's grass, but I mow that. Yeah. So, I don't know. Why is she doing this? Something could have spooked her. Like I said, the wire's not hot, so she may have just been nose down and eaten. And then, I don't see anything strange. She could have just been nose down eaten and walked through it, realized it was a wire, but because it's not hot, she just went through it. Get the gate open, and anybody know what this noise is? That light you see out there is our, what do you call it, utility pole light? I don't know, we pay something extra a month for that. I don't know, it came with the place, we didn't shut it off. Everything's okay. It's not dangerous. It's not whatever. It's just you don't want to leave a cow stuck in that kind of position, because I will not be back here. I've got an appointment in the morning. I will not be able to be out here until about 8 a.m. So I had to wake Ray up, tell her what was going on. I see some donkeys and Fred. See one cow. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, he's running. He's running. Get him, donk. Eeyore's moving. Hang on. Woo, look out. Code brown. My goodness. So I bet you $100 bill that, hey-oh, what's up, lady? You're on the wrong side of the rope, eh? My goodness. Here's the interesting part. How did she get in? This is also what I was worried about for obvious reasons. The camera flattens everything out, but that's every bit of a 2.5, 2 foot, 3 foot, sometimes 4 foot, depending on how deep the rock was. How did she get in? She did. She just had her nose down. Man, you guys hear that? I hear a bullfrog. She just had her nose down and walked in somehow. I'll check on the alpacas too, because I know they were nervous. There's also something. Okay, good. I couldn't tell what this was, but it was blowing on camera. It's a sack. Hey, what'd you guys do with mama and baby? Huh? What'd you do with mama and baby? Huh? You here? Hi. What's going on? Fancy meeting y'all here. All right. Alpacas are good. Tina holding down the fort, I see. All right, where'd that mad cow go? So, yeah. I'm guessing she just walked in under here. Hang on. Hang on, do we have enough light for me to kill this flashlight? There we go. So I knocked that string down. Let's see if we can get this old cow out of here. You pooped on my pad, doggone it. Look, there she goes. Come on. Come on. You're good. Now listen, guys, Tessie, I love them all to death. I do. But she'll test you a little bit more than the rest of them. She's tired too. Oh, man. I'm sorry, honey. I know. I'm on your side, okay? You got to go that way, though. You can't come this way. You know what I can do? Hang on. This might spook her. So I'm gonna stay way back. Hey, the only problem is you can't go that way, honey. Come on. Showed her the string. So if I can just, I moved the string past where she was. So she may, like the string is this way. If I can just get her to turn around, we'll be all right. Come on, lady. Yeah, see, she's stressed. She's sweating. Everything else. Come on, cow. Come on, cow. I just want to help you, okay? Come on. The problem is, here. Do you know what I'm doing if I do this? Come here. Yep. This is, it's not super dangerous, but I am flying solo, so we're not going to test anybody too much. Get it? Because your name's Tessie? She's very stressed. See her panting? She's been in here a while. All right, mama. We got to go. We got to go. Come on. Hip. There's another thing too. These cows, they're heifers, but they're over 1.5 years old, and they're a little tougher than Hang on, I'm just trying to be real careful. I'll finish my story later. I got an idea. Picked up this reel. Now she is outside the fence, no matter what. I can actually push her a little bit with the fence. Atta girl. Atta girl. Get it. Go get some water. There you go. All right. Okay. Stay over there. She's gonna go find her cow friends. All right, so I tied that off. Let's turn this back on here. There we go. Okay. So she may just not have been able to see that in the light, but I mean, this is the light I'm talking about. She's right underneath it. Where'd she go? I bet she headed straight for the water. So these cows, like I've been explaining, which they're heifers, they've not calved. I got an education on that when I first started YouTubing. Where'd she go? But they've come into heat. Fred is definitely aware that they are female. Somebody tossed my mower. It's interesting. But they just seem to be a little more agitated, a little easier to get fired up. Like if I don't see her, I ain't going down there because I'll get cornered. But on several occasions, they have kicked towards us for no reason when they didn't used to. Oh, there she is. Okay. Good deal. Hang on. I'm going to put that in their eyes. That's really bright. Stay back here. See if I can get this to zoom in the dark. Yeah, she's all right. She was thirsty. It's the water jug we had at Farm 1.0 with Grandpa. When we brought it out here, so they're very familiar with it. Who's been here long enough to remember when one of those was frozen and I slapped it with a sledgehammer midwinter? Who's been here long enough to remember that? Don't hit those with a sledgehammer when they freeze. They're just rubber. You'll break it. This is June. And June is always okay. They don't know what to think of me right now. That's clear water. It looks green, but it's good. Actually, it's a little green, but it's because it's under this tree. It's got some pollen in it. But I'm good. She's happy. She's found her sister from the same Mr. and Mrs. So she's pretty content. It's incredible what these cows know, even in the dark. Yeah, she's good. That's another thing we were worried about, having them up by the cabin. Can you guys see me? It's a full moon tonight. It's pretty. Anyway, we were worried about them being up by the cabin and tearing something up. Not on purpose, but, you know, if she got spooked or scared or whatever and just decided she didn't like the way I built that deck, she'd just rip it off and throw it in the pond pretty quick. These animals are getting really powerful. Not that they weren't before, but Fred is officially a year old. The girls are officially a year and a half. And they know it all of a sudden. All right, let's get back in the truck. All right. I was also worried about her. Hang on, let me make sure I don't back over my hay ring. I was also worried about her because, believe it or not, hang on, I'll tell you. It is 12:15 and it's 85 degrees. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I hear the neighbor's dogs barking. Probably gonna get a text. Somebody's at your place. It's me. Calm down. Hey, I tell you what. I mean this with all my heart. I didn't think I'd bring this up again. But when their dog attacked our alpaca, I was ready to cut them off the face of the earth. Now what's that mean? It just means ghost them. Ignore them. Not talk to them. This one neighbor that we thought we might have an issue with just because after how all that went down has proven to be completely the opposite. Now, we only thought she was going to be an issue because of the deal with the dog. I tell you what, though, they have taken care of just about everything we've called them to do, and then some. And the other night, in our most recent video, you saw somebody pull up to our gate at like 10:15 at night, 10:30, I don't know when it was, and saying that they were looking for another neighbor, but they sat in our driveway, and apparently, I mean, I guess at this point they were just looking for directions, but they used our driveway to sit in it. Well, you can't do that out here. And I'm not saying I don't want people turning around, blah, 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 but they're setting off my cameras. I'm sure my animals know. You just don't do that, you know. So anyway, when that happened the other night, because I've already done it before, I knew exactly who to text, because I'm about 6 minutes away from the farm. 6 minutes is a long time. Somebody's grabbing your stuff that you keep in your cabin and running, right? So I sent a text to our neighbor, the one that owned the dog, and she didn't answer. And about 5 seconds later, I saw that neighbor's headlights, and she was checking to see what they were doing, and got the story and sent them on their way. And she called me and she was laughing, and she said, "I took care of it, it's all good." Dude, let me tell you something. If you don't have a neighbor like that, you ain't got a neighbor. Because I believe with all my heart, if they had ill intent, it was going to stop right there. Okay, and I'm not saying she's going to go cowboy whatever on them, but they were going to stop whatever they were doing. That was for sure. And that's just super cool. That's where I like to be in life. Chad's feeling real prophetic in the last couple videos, if you haven't noticed. I mean, if you feel led to share, you're supposed to share. You're not supposed to bottle it up. That's why I got a YouTube channel and a Facebook channel, because I just got to share some of this stuff, man. I got a lot of knowledge in here. I got to impart. Sorry, guys, it's midnight. I'm funny. I'm really funny after dark, apparently. Whew, I'm going home. I'm going to get me some cookies and milk. Watch me some Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney and try and fall back asleep. Sounds like a good life, don't it? Here in a few, you're going to see me at the farm with my brother and sister-in-law. It's going to be a good day. So, thanks for coming along, guys. Here's the rest of the video, but I just love this stuff. I wanted to film that. I wanted to show you guys. I legit thought we had a cow that might have gotten out. On the way over here, found her in the fence for sure, and my blood pressure went down a little bit, and all is good. So I don't think she'll do that again. Who knows, maybe Fred was trying to take her on a date, and she said no, and she jumped the fence because she knew he wouldn't go in there. But then she got in there and realized there ain't no water, and it's 90 degrees, and I'm wearing a winter coat. Never know. See you guys in a little bit.
You can beat me. Trick though. We're gonna go backwards. We're gonna go reverse. Okay. All right.
Morning. Donuts good? Sweet tea good?
Wait, you already done? I've been done. Yeah, he was done before you even came out.
Morning, everybody. It's the day after the adventure at midnight. Alpacas are looking good. Carter wants to pet some chickens.
I'm not.
The baby chicks?
Yes.
They're not chickens yet, guys. They're baby chicks.
Is this hot?
No, sir. You raise it up and come right in. I promise you. I wouldn't do that to you, honey. So untrusting. Yep, let's get in here. Still shaded.
Why did you build this in 40 minutes?
Why'd I build the deck in 30 minutes? Oh, man. Why don't you let me pick that up, slugger? There they are. They're not babies anymore. They'll jump on you.
Oh.
Yeah, they get bigger. Isn't that crazy?
Why did
They just get bigger.
they go? Come here.
Here, let me get you one.
Well, he can't get out my hand, so he might be loose.
Yeah, don't let him out. You gotta hold his wings.
Oh.
There you go. What do you think?
Why is he so big?
They're bigger, aren't they? They just keep getting bigger.
Where's the black one? He's blending in.
Yeah, it's hiding back there.
Okay, I'm not touching your feet now.
You can sit her down when you're ready.
Oh. my gosh, I'm still not tall. Ow! Don't pick on me.
Just let go. She can fly. All right, let's get him some water. No, we don't have a doorbell yet. Who's gonna ring that doorbell? The doorbell needs to go at the front gate. If they make it back here without ringing that front gate bell, we're gonna have problems, huh? You wanna see the alpacas playing in the water?
I want to ride.
You wanna what?
I want to ride an alpaca.
You wanna ride an alpaca? I wouldn't recommend that. They're kind of mean. They'll tear biceps. Come here, look. All right. So as you know, we rescued Tessie last night. Got her taken care of. I'm talking to the people. I'm making a video. You know that Mr. Beast guy you watch? Yeah. How come you don't watch my channel? Do you want some of my merch? What? What? You won't wear my merch? Oh my goodness. Squirt 'em, man.
Yeah. Shower. Come here.
All right, so we're actually waiting on Kyle and Shannon from K&S Get Out. Link down below. It's my brother and sister-in-law if you're new here. He's going to run the skid steer and level this out for me. Now, I think I mentioned that brush pile. There's some, it looks like brush piles, but it's not. That's like fill dirt. I'm sorry. That's topsoil and a lot of it. So we're going to get Kyle and Shannon out here. Yeah, get an iPad. Anyway, Kyle's gonna get some of that dirt right behind the yellow hut, and he's gonna put it right there and spread all that out. I'm gonna see if I can get those stumps out of there too. The excavator wouldn't do it. Those trees that I took out were gigantic. I mean, huge trees. Like, made this one look like a mini tree. Here you go, boss. Am I as cool as those guys? Come on, man, come on.
You're not cool as unspeakable.
Goals, I guess. Not as cool as unspeakable. But those guys do some cool stuff. Kid-friendly stuff. Let's get the chickens some water. And I want to see where Tina's at. I worry the least about her. She's probably in there snoozing. Let's get some water and we'll check. So this is where Tessie got trapped last night, if you couldn't tell. She was not happy about it. Oh, look. Baby and Alan hanging out in the sprinkler. The water's making it. It's like right there. They're not quite in it, but baby will test it. What are you doing? Hey, you all right? Huh? You have a huge head, dude. Everybody thinks you're really skinny, but you got a huge head. Yep, sure do. Hey, there's my tripod. You trying to start a channel? I've been looking for that. Still looking good. We need to get a, what do you call it? Is it mucking? We need to get like a rake for mucking this in here. And holy cow. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness, that's disgusting. What are those? Pretty gross. By the way, this barn, it's gonna be moving in one fashion or another. Pardon me, Tina, I'm just talking to the people. So see these right here? This is awesome. This means we can unscrew these, and yes, it's a lot of work. We don't have to unscrew every single one of them. We just have to figure out which ones go to which panels in here and like which 2x4s. And we can actually, we just need the metal. That's all we need. And see, even though there's screws all the way across, there's actually just a 4-foot sheet. No, wait. Yeah, that's a 4-foot sheet. That's weird. And the reason is we need to expand this area where the house is going to be. We want this to be our yard. Okay? So we got to make this bigger. But we are gonna take this down. Probably take these little side buildings down first. That'll be the easiest. Are they nailed or screwed? Screws, sweet. They're self-tapping. They're 10 millimeter? No, that's too big. They're smaller than that. They're the self-tapping screws with a little rubber grommet on it. And that's what we need to just move that barn. But the reason we're gonna do it is there's a beautiful field right here that's very clean, no rocks, no brush, nothing like that. And we want to get them up there so that they can hang out a little easier, a little safer. That's what I know for now. Just waiting on Kyle and Shane, and we can check on the cows because I know you guys are curious after last night. And sorry for the darkness and the camera angle last night, but that's just how it goes when you're filming at midnight in the middle of 20 acres and all you got's a little globe light. You either get the wind or you get the darkness. Choose one, okay? I cannot wait to reclaim this right here. It's gonna be pretty slick. What's up, Fredo? Where'd you get that branch, brother? Did you drag it out? Tessie, she was the one that got out last night. Should I say got in? Okay, hey, listen, I got a question though. Who flipped my lawnmower? Huh? Who got mad at the lawnmower and said this is in the way of my suntan time and flipped my lawnmower? Who done it? Fred? I got a feeling. Man, I tell you what, I switched to that other. She's asleep. She asleep? She's trying to sleep. I don't know. Look at Fredo there, back there trying to make his move. He just figured everything out about a month ago. About the time we got him down here, Fred figured out he's a boy, and she is she, and she is she. So they're a year and a half old. It's okay if he, yep. It's okay if he does it, but it's not okay, you know what I'm saying? Whew. Let's go look at Highland Island. Maybe that's where you need to bring her, Fred. Take her to a private island. I was really worried about the water going down too much. Who did flip this? What are they doing? Gerbers. Whatever. But see how shallow that is? We are thinking we're going to do a bridge. We've got some telephone poles we can span across there and then put some deck boards across it. I think it'd be really cool. We'll probably put the telephone poles somewhere in there. We'll have to wait till we get an excavator. We have a plan. You know me. My plan was to make a hole, and I did. And then my plan was to figure out what my next plan was. That's how I roll. Pretty slick. It will clear up too. Somebody was asking about the muddiness. It will clear up. That's just the nature of it when you start making adjustments like this. And when you have big old boys like this in it, it just happens. What do you say, Fredo? What do you say, buddy? Never too early for a swim, huh? Yeah, the pond will clear up. Somebody mentioned that I ruined it. You know, the water's too low, this, that, and the other. See those T-posts right there? That's actually not the most I've ever seen them out of the water. That used to hold a pump underground or underwater, and they would pump water to some things back there. And somebody asked if I was going to remove them, and I probably won't, because that's my gauge as to the water level. So I've seen those completely submerged. No, I'm sorry. I've never actually seen those completely submerged. That's probably 8 inches sticking out of the ground. But that's how we gauge the pond level. And I've seen it shallower than that. We've still got a pretty high water table. So, not too worried. But let me take care of some stuff before Kyle and Shannon see. Water. You guys see that? Still have water right here. It's still filling up. I guarantee there's water trickling from that spring into here. Oh, and check this out. I don't think I can reach them. Can I? Aren't those pretty? Somebody called it a mimosa, and then that app calls it a Persian silk. Look at these things. That's a huge mimosa tree. There's another one on the other side. This isn't the one in the yard. The one in the yard's over there. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Well, I was doing a burying party the other day. There was also a structure right here, and I buried it. I'll have Kyle smooth that out a little bit today. Bury the rest of this. There's a ton of bottles right there. But you guys hang out. Kyle and Shannon will be here after a bit, and we'll start doing some cool stuff. Woo!
Heavy, Slim.
How much? Slim.
You're looking slim.
Working and not eating.
Yeah?
We gotta see the foot dangling out of the front door. It's Carter. Sitting right inside. But he's not watching us on YouTube, he's watching Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, that's go-to?
Yep. This is go-to.
What do you think?
Woo.
So why do you have it electrified?
Oh, we don't. Well, it's just to keep the cows away. They don't know that it's not hot though.
Okay.
But last night, Tessie got in there, and I had to come out here at midnight, and get Tessie out of there. She was just head down eating and went underneath it. And then, of course, once they get under it, they know that's hot. I shouldn't have done that.
On the wrong side.
So then she was losing her marbles. So I had to come out here at midnight and set her free. Whew.
See, they got a pretty rough today.
Yeah. They're working on their suntan.
Where's Fred?
Well, they figured out he's a man. Like this last 3 or 4 weeks, he's actually floating in the pool. But
He loves that pond, doesn't he?
he loves the pond, but anyway.
It looks good out here, man.
Yep, it's not too bad.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm making a hole.
What for?
Well, I thought there was dirt in there, and there is, but it's a ways in there because the honeysuckle's pretty thick now.
Just cutting through all the brush and trees and stuff?
Yeah, well, all I did was just drive straight in, raise my bucket, grab a bunch of it, and back up.
Yeah.
But there's dirt all over the property,
Yeah.
and it's all inside there. You can even actually go around the back side of that, and there's not as much honeysuckle.
Okay.
So you can grab it from there, or you can just...
And what are you trying to do with it?
I just want this level. I don't care how you do it.
So smooth, or do you want it brought up and then level?
Well, both if you got time and patience.
Hey, I'm yours to.
But I got news for you.
Uh-oh.
It's got air conditioning, but there's no front windshield.
So you just feel cold air hitting you and then go right out the window?
Yeah, sure, let's call it cold.
Okay. Well, you told me, I anticipated an open cab. I didn't know if it had air or not.
The guy that had it before us has a long-term account. I don't know what the wind sounds like. You're welcome. Hey, you either get pitch black last night or you get the wind this morning.
I don't
Take
know
your
how
choose.
you protected it in the last video, but I almost messaged you and asked if you got a microphone because you recovered it fairly well. But then I was like...
It was probably just the least windy day in Oklahoma
yeah,
this
well,
year.
I saw the reflection of your phone and realized, no, you don't have a microphone.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, take those stumps out. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
I don't care.
Does it have enough juice to get those stumps out?
Yeah, I think it's 55.
Okay.
But if not,
I'll have to... If I,
leave them.
I can dig around them.
Absolutely.
Hit the roots, which
The only thing you got to be careful of, the septic tank, see it just beyond that stump?
down here.
You can see the top of it?
Yep.
The leach field is that way. Hi, Shannon. The leach field is that way,
Okay.
so we don't want to drive too much out there.
There's nothing.
There's nothing this way
Okay.
because I haven't put it in yet.
Okay.
Because I was telling Ray, I was like, you know, that's the only thing we got to do is we want Kyle to smooth this over, and then we'll plant grass. And then I was like, then we'll tear it up and put a sewer in it. She was like, no, put a sewer in it first. And I was like, you can't really, because you don't want to drive on top of your sewer line. We want to get this.
She'll just do 4-inch PVC, won't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it doesn't. It's not like a frost line thing. You don't have
Nope. Nope.
to. So I don't want, you know, a 4-inch PVC. That's actually part of the old sewer right there.
Up on the top of that pile.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like 16 feet long because I found it and I had the excavator and I started pulling, and I pulled it and it came from like way over here. I saw the ground moving
Oh, my.
and it came up.
So you got it out or you don't care about it?
I don't care. What's interesting is they had a right angle right in front of it, man,
Right in front of the tank?
on the flange. not, I mean, just not a wide, nothing, man. Coming right out of the front of it. Well, that's what I was telling him. It's, you know, the excavator, when you move it around, it is more delicate. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you can stop. You're just picking stuff up and moving it. But
Super
that thing,
slow.
you just hit stuff. The base is not near as wide. I mean, the excavator, especially that 55 horse, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's like sitting in the, it's like sitting on top of our trucks.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, I saw what he did at Mom and Dad's. I was like, that's what I want. And then,
You know, Dad paid me $10,000, right?
did he? Does he have, did he say he'd do that for you out here?
Well, he said I should give you a discount and just do it for $8. And I was like, okay.
Sounds good. Talk to Fred. He's the money man.
He's the accountant.
I tell you what, there's a piece of fishing line around his ankle. You get that off of there, I'll give you $8,000.
I think all your viewers would too. That's good.
Anyway, woo.
I had to put sunscreen on. I'm not like you DOS boys. I'm just tan.
I just get darker and darker.
I got some poison ivy I'm trying to get dried up today.
Same.
Yeah.
I actually, the other day, I built that deck, which everybody's saying it's magnificent, but it's just an 8x10.
Yeah, it's not that big.
No, it's not.
It looks good though.
But I built it in like 30 minutes, but I actually took my shirt off, which is rare, because I don't want people to see my Mickey Mouse tattoo. But out here in the middle of nowhere, nobody can see it.
Nobody can see it, you don't care.
But man, let me tell you, dude, 30 minutes, I've been in pain for 2 days. My back hurts so bad.
I know. I hear you. I dug that stupid hole around the casing on our well and called her dad. I was like, are you sore? He said, no. I said, me neither. I just hung up on it.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
All right.
Well, that honeysuckle's been there for like 3 months. The donkeys didn't care. Then I pushed it over and now they eat it. So,
They want it out of the ground.
life of a donkey.
So work around them, I take it. You don't want me to smooth them out.
No, actually the one with the white face, I don't know you could smooth him out. He can't take that skid steer, but he don't know it.
Yeah, you try it.
So,
Okay.
but
Where's the other one? You send it home?
yes, finally got Big Donk home.
Nice.
We had a long talk. I said, listen, you ain't got to go home. You got to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, you gotta find somewhere
So,
else.
well, I didn't want him adopting this cabin
Yeah.
and making it even harder to get him out. So,
That looks good, man. I like it.
you guys been in it?
Not yet.
Oh, we need to go in it. See you back tomorrow with a bag of seed.
Sure. I don't know many places that would sell Bermuda seed. I bought my Kentucky bluegrass from a YouTuber, a really good Christian dude, GCI Turf Services. Kind of country boy that just never imagined his life turning into what it is. That seed was fantastic, but I'm pretty sure it's
Like $100 a bag.
for a big one.
Uh-huh.
I think it'd be more than that. I want it because I paid for my big bag. I think I paid like $220 or something like that. Which I really liked, but I think it's too sunny out here for that.
That's obnoxious. I like dirt way more than that.
Seed is very expensive. Now you can get that contractor mix that'll have like just regular old tall fescue and probably some ryegrass or something.
That's what I think I'll do right here.
Yeah.
Because the Bermuda's going to take over anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, in rye, they have perennial and annual rye. So you can plant that stuff that'll basically just come up one season and then die off, and that Bermuda will take over it. Or you get the rye that comes back. It's just not real hardy. So I think
What will happen if I don't do anything?
you'll just get fescue and
Volunteer
weeds.
grass?
Volunteer grass.
I like a volunteer grass. So's my John Deere.
I will tell you, yeah, it is a whole lot cheaper. Because I don't think I'm going to seed anything on that front part of our land either. I'm just going to let it be whatever it is, and I can mow it, so that's all I really care about.
This looks amazing, man.
Hey, thanks.
Amazing.
Hopefully you got some before, because as you're doing it, you kind of forget what it looked like when you started.
Yeah. Well, before, it was all fill dirt. And it was just like red and rocky and just nasty stuff. There was holes. And when you bury this stuff, like when you bury these metal sheds, you get places where like it starts to shift on you and rock. And
I cut through.
but did you make it all the way
I
through?
made it through.
Like I said, we have these dirt piles, and he literally used. Yeah, I guess you used half of one.
Yeah. Cutting all the way through that, I probably used a little over a third, if not half of it. That's great soil, though, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna come steal some.
it's all over the property.
Is it? No.
It's all over. There's probably, I kid you not, there's probably 15 or 20 of those. Anywhere you see that it's higher than everywhere else, it's a pile of good dirt.
Okay. Yeah, I would kill to have this on our land because I got rock to cover up. That's good stuff, man. I didn't find a single rock in any of it.
I know. They just scraped the topsoil to make those jumps.
I can't believe they did that. They could have, I don't know.
There's probably, I don't know how much money. Let's say it's 660 by 660. What's 2 feet of topsoil worth? Because that's what I got up front. Pretty close to it. Look at that. That is amazing. And it still contours right towards the pond. We didn't like add anything. Didn't really take away anything. We got a couple of stumps. Give me your best stump removal secrets down below. We gave her the old college try, but this tree was just too established. This tree right here was taller than that pine tree. So, gonna get that out of there. Drill holes, pour oil in it. What do you think? I had him cover up the flange on the septic tank. I had him cover that back up because we know where it's at now. Not too worried about it. We'll get that taken care of pretty quick. Got to get her pumped out too. And we started us a fire. Of course we did. Oh, let me go show you. Hang on. Look at this. I mean, look at this dirt. This is what he just put down everywhere. Look at that. Man, I got so much of this. It's not even funny, guys. It's not even funny. He did. He cut all the way through. My goodness. My goodness. That's pretty cool. Now we come back through here. Pretty slick. I don't know. That's a real pretty tree. I wonder. He hit the roots a little bit, but there's no way he hit like the tap root. We might try and leave that one. I might see if we can scrape around it. Just be a mound there. Because, man, that's got to be, what is that, a 10-year-old oak tree? That's got some life to it. We'll see. Pretty cool. Man, I can't thank you enough, dude. Seriously.
Good, no problem. I'm glad you're happy. I was nervous, man. This is
Very happy.
The ground, your contour was a little different just because you had done some work yourself, whereas Dad's was a little more kind of already there. But he had that topsoil, which you had unlimited topsoil, which was really nice because I could only use so much on Dad's. But I'd say we brought you up every bit of 12 to 18 inches up here, and then probably about a 6 to 8 inches down there, and then I just let it taper on down toward the pond. It's gonna look really good when that grows in.
That looks amazing. Dude, I'm just gonna get a contractor bag, a mix.
Yeah.
Just throw it around before it rains.
Yeah. Well, and you said Mr. A has a box blade, is that right?
Yep.
So Dad, after I did the work out there, he took his box blade on his little Kubota, and he just kind of, it's obviously, it's really hard to get super finished work done with this guy. So if you can take that box blade, just kind of take off some of the edges, and then he had that harrow, and it looks like you rode that harrow around a lot.
My harrow.
Your harrow, yeah.
I'm trying to bring my harrow so I can use it.
Yeah, said, hey, where's my harrow? Yeah, I'm pleased with it, man. It turned out, like I said, I was a little skeptical, but it turned out.
Well, it's a big job. This probably, you think it's a half acre?
Yeah. Well, and you had all those, the big rocks in there, and some of them I had to put in by hand, but most of them I were able to get with a bucket. That stump beat me, though. Stupid stump, man.
Dude, that tree. So see this stump right here, guys? That's not ground level. Ground level's like probably 3 feet below that. That's how much we brought it up. We legit put that much dirt right here today. So you didn't really stand a chance. Some of those roots were as big as the tree.
They were. I broke at least 7 or 8 of them, and they took a lot of work just to break. But I could not get this stump to so much as budge. If I ran into it even with a little bit of speed, I took the full force.
Yep.
So I just became a quitter, and I'll cry about it tonight, but I'll get over it. No big deal.
That's right. You just missed that 10 grand because of them stumps.
Dang. So
Missed it by that much.
Settling on 8 grand, is that right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
See Fred on the way out.
That's right. I'll keep an eye on my P.O. box for the check.
He doesn't have thumbs, so I don't know how he's going to sign that check, but
Well, you know, he can just stamp it.
Mhm.
Boy, they were inspecting my work today, weren't they?
They were.
They were not afraid of me either.
They'll be all over this tonight. They love it.
See a lot of cow prints on it.
Yep, they'll fertilize it.
I'm pretty sure Junebug or Tessie, one of the two, squared up with me.
She kicked at you.
Tessie kicked when you went by.
Did she really? Was it over here or over there?
Over here and over there.
Oh, nice. She was kind of wrestling with Fred a little bit over their food. They locked their horns and then continued eating.
Oh yeah, that's typical.
I haven't seen them do that.
Guys, that's it. I'm calling the video here. If you want to see more of the before, go check out Kyle and Shannon at Canis. Get out. Can't thank them enough. Love them to death. This ain't about collaboration and all that stuff. It's just, this is, I can't do this. I was telling Shannon all day, I would physically be in pain if I did this right now. I'm not.
My bicep was even feeling it.
And I've got, today's the 13th. So I've got like 42 days until I'm even free and clear. So, yeah, exactly.
I would be too, man.
Exactly. But anyway, that's that. Y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless.